Prime Minister Modi to visit Russia from October 23rd to 24th. Modi-Putin to hold key bilaterals, talks on global development and security. Prime Minister Modi's upcoming Kazan, Russia visit for the BRICS Summit. He will be holding several bilaterals during his visit as well. Now, this is going to be of key importance, where we know that Prime Minister Modi was in Russia very recently as well. This is yet another visit which is now scheduled between 23rd and 24th of October. Prime Minister Modi and Putin to be holding key bilateral talks on global development and security issues. We should remember that the war between Russia and Ukraine is still on. At this point, India has kept its stance clear that war is not a solution and has conveyed that point across to Putin as well and the other world leaders involved. Well, here is a meeting that Prime Minister Modi is going to be having between 23rd and 24th of October, which will hold key bilateral talks and focused around development. It will be global development and security issues that will be largely discussed. Modi's upcoming visit to Russia will be part of the BRICS Summit. Shashank Mattu, who's tracking this story for us. Shashank, please go on. What is the agenda of this meeting this time?
I think one of the biggest agendas on the cards for the grouping this time is the expansion of the BRICS. Of course, President Putin has already mentioned that around 34 countries are interested in joining the BRICS groupings. That's going to be a massive question for BRICS countries. It's already expanded a lot to 9 or 10 countries over the last year. Is India and other countries interested in expanding this further to make it a real grouping of the global south? So you have countries from Africa, from Asia, as well as from the Middle East who are interested in joining. So will BRICS look for that massive expansion that could take it to 30, 40 countries perhaps, and perhaps be a force multiplier for this grouping? So that's one big agenda item. Another, of course, is going to be on trade. You might know that BRICS is focused on moving away from the dollar, more trade in local currencies, improving economic linkages between countries in the global south. That's been a major focus of BRICS as a whole. And of course, major contentious issues like the war in West Asia with Palestine is going to feature. We already saw this in the foreign ministers meeting where Palestine was mentioned and all the countries supported Palestine becoming a member of the United Nations. So now you're going to see a number of countries show up, and that is going to be a big question. What position will BRICS take on major questions like the war in Ukraine as well as the Israel-Palestine conflict? So those are going to be some of the key issues: international conflicts, international trade, as well as expanding the BRICS. Those are going to be the three key issues that the leaders will discuss at this coming summit.
Shashank, thanks very much. We will track this story very closely. 23rd to 24th. That's precisely the dates that we hear of Prime Minister Modi's visit to Russia.